A death is coming to Heartland Season 19, and it won't just be sad, it will change the story in ways no fan is ready for. For years, the Bartlett-Fleming family has faced struggles, heartbreaks, and victories, but this time it's different. This time, the loss will cut so deep that it may tear apart the very heart of the show. And while many fans believe Tim might be the one to go, the truth is that any death at this point would shake the ranch forever. Heartland is not just another family drama. For more than 18 seasons, it has built a connection with its fans that feels personal, almost like home. The show isn't only about horses or the ranch, it's about family, love, forgiveness, and the painful reality of loss. From the very first season, we have seen characters we love struggle and grow, and we've cried with them as they've said goodbye to people they care about. Think back to Ty's death. That moment broke the hearts of millions, and even today, fans still feel the emptiness of his absence. It showed us that Heartland is never afraid to take risks when it comes to telling real, emotional stories. Now, as we look forward to Season 19, we are faced with the possibility of another shocking death. The whispers are growing louder. Could it be Tim? His journey has been long and complicated. He started out as someone viewers struggled to love, a man with flaws, mistakes, and a troubled past. But through the seasons, Tim worked hard to redeem himself. He built bonds with his daughters, Amy and Lou, and became a stronger figure in the family. Yet, it is exactly because of this growth that his possible death would hurt so much. Losing Tim would not just be the end of a character, it would be the end of years of redemption, reconciliation, and hard-fought healing. But the question we must ask is this: why now? Why would the writers of Heartland choose this moment to deliver such a devastating blow? The answer lies in the way Heartland has always handled life. The show mirrors the truth. Life is never certain, and family bonds are tested most deeply when someone is lost. By exploring another death in Season 19, the show reminds us that even after nearly 2 decades, it can still surprise us, still break us, and still teach us about the strength it takes to keep moving forward. If it truly is Tim, the impact will spread far beyond just one storyline. Amy would face a future without her father, and Lou would once again feel the heavy responsibility of holding her family together. Jack, the anchor of the ranch, would be forced to step into a role of comfort while dealing with his own grief. Even the ranch itself, the very heart of the series, would carry the shadow of his absence. This is not just about losing a person. It's about losing a piece of Heartland itself. Every season of Heartland leaves us guessing, but Season 19 feels different. The silence around the plot has only made the theories louder, and fans are restless trying to figure out who it could be. The biggest name on everyone's lips is Tim Fleming. And let's be honest, there are reasons why this theory makes sense. Tim has carried a heavy story from the start. He's had his battles with health, his struggles with family, and moments where his anger almost cost him everything. For years, the show has hinted at his fragility, not only in his body but in his spirit. Each time we've seen him push too hard, or when a storyline showed him facing the limits of age, fans couldn't help but think, is this the beginning of the end? Season 19 could be the time when the writers finally close his arc, leaving behind a legacy built on redemption. But Tim is not the only possibility. Another name whispered in fan circles is Jack Bartlett, the grandfather and the Rock of Heartland. Imagine for a moment what it would mean to lose Jack. He has been the anchor for Amy, Lou, and the entire ranch since the very beginning. He's the voice of wisdom, the calm in the storm, and the man who keeps everyone grounded. A death like his would not just shock fans, it would shatter the foundation of the entire show. Jack's absence would leave Heartland unrecognizable, a place where every character is forced to find strength without the one person who always carried them through. Then there's the most shocking theory of all: the death of someone younger. It seems almost unthinkable, but that's exactly why fans worry it could happen. A younger character's sudden death would strike a different kind of pain, an unfair, unexpected grief that mirrors real life's cruel twists. This kind of loss would change the direction of the story completely, reminding us that no one, no matter how safe they seem, is untouchable in the world of Heartland. So, The question lingers, will the writers choose the path of inevitability, letting time and age claim someone like Tim or Jack? Or will they break our hearts in a way we don't see coming, taking away someone whose story feels unfinished? This is what makes season 19 both terrifying and thrilling, because we don't just watch Heartland, we live it. Every fan feels like part of the family, and when the family suffers a loss, we suffer it too. A death in Heartland is never just about saying goodbye to one character. It's about the ripple effect, the way that loss spreads across the ranch, across the family, and even into the lives of the viewers who have grown up with these stories. If season 19 delivers the shocking death that fans are whispering about, it won't be a single moment, it will be a turning point that reshapes everything. Think about Tim. If he is the one to fall, his absence would be felt in every corner of Heartland. Amy would lose not only her father but also a constant source of tension, advice, and sometimes even stubborn encouragement. Their relationship has never been perfect, but that's what made it real. Losing Tim would mean Amy has to face life without the man who, for better or worse, helped shape who she is. Lou, on the other hand, would once again be pushed into the role of the fixer, the glue that holds everyone together. And then there's Jack, Tim's rival, his partner in arguments, and at times, his unlikely friend. For Jack, the loss would be complicated. Grief mixed with the memory of years spent fighting and forgiving. But let's turn the coin. If it's Jack who dies, the ranch itself changes forever. Jack is the heart of Heartland, not just in name but in spirit. His death would leave a hole so big that every storyline would bend around it. Amy would lose her mentor, her guide, the man who taught her that horses are not just animals, but mirrors of the soul. Lou would lose her grandfather and her sense of stability. Even the ranch hands and extended family would feel it, because Jack is more than a man. He is a symbol of strength and tradition. His absence would mean every character must grow up in ways they never imagined. And if it's someone younger, that would be the cruelest twist of all. The loss of youth carries a unique pain. It forces every character to confront questions about fate, fairness, and the fragility of life. Instead of being a natural goodbye, it would feel like a wound ripped open too soon. For Amy, Lou, and the others, it would be a reminder that nothing is promised, not even tomorrow. This is why the death in season 19 matters so much. It isn't just another storyline. It's the writers telling us that even after nearly 2 decades, Heartland can still dig deeper, still break us in ways we didn't expect, and still show us the messy, heartbreaking truth of family. The show has always been about healing horses, healing relationships, healing hearts. But healing only matters when something has been broken. And season 19 may be the season that breaks everything, so it can be built again in a way we've never seen before. When a character dies in Heartland, it isn't just the people on screen who grieve, it's the millions of fans watching around the world. We've seen this before. When Ty passed away, the internet was flooded with tears, anger, and heartbreak. Viewers felt like they had lost a family member. Social media became a place of collective mourning, where strangers comforted each other with posts, edits, and endless memories of Ty and Amy's love story. That single storyline showed just how deeply fans are connected to this show. And it proved that Heartland is more than entertainment, it's an emotional bond. Now imagine season 19 delivering another blow of that size. If Tim were to die, fans who have spent years watching his redemption arc would be crushed. Many would remember the stubborn, reckless man from early seasons and realize how far he had come, only to have it all cut short. The reaction would not just be sadness, it would be frustration, disbelief, and endless debate about whether the writers went too far. But beneath the anger, there would also be love. Because if we're hurt by his death, it means we cared about his story. If it were Jack, the outpouring would be even larger. For many fans, Jack is the soul of Heartland. His wisdom, his calm presence, and his love for his family represent everything the show stands for. Losing him would feel like losing the very foundation of the series. Fans would create tributes, share their favorite Jack moments, and hold on to every piece of advice he gave across the years. His death would unite the fanbase in grief, because no one could deny the impact he had on the show. And if it were someone younger, That would cause shockwaves far beyond the usual discussion. Younger characters represent the future of Heartland, the next generation of the ranch. Taking one of them away would spark outrage, heartbreak, and endless theories about why the writers would dare to go in such a direction. The conversation would not stop after one episode. It would dominate fan circles for years, remembered as one of the most daring choices in the show's history. But that is exactly why this potential death matters so much. The writers know their audience. They know that the pain of loss is what makes the moments of healing shine brighter. And while fans may not be ready, Heartland has never been about giving us comfort. It has always been about giving us truth. The truth that love is worth the risk of pain. The truth that family survives, even when someone is gone. The truth that life keeps moving, no matter how heavy the loss feels. So here we stand, waiting for season 19. The silence is haunting. The theories are endless. And the fear is real. Because no matter who it is, Tim, Jack, or someone else, the shocking death will change everything. It will change the ranch. It will change the family. And it will change how we see the story we've loved for nearly 2 decades. The only question left is, are we ready? The truth is, Heartland has always been about more than horses and the ranch. It has always been about the people we hold close, and what happens when life pulls them away. Season 19 is not shaping up to be just another chapter. It feels like the season that will leave a scar. The kind of scar that never fades, only reminds you of what was lost. The shocking death that everyone is whispering about isn't just another twist for drama's sake. It's the kind of moment that will change how we watch every future episode. It will force us to look at familiar faces in new ways, faces marked by grief, burden, and the impossible task of carrying on when someone they love is no longer there. And deep down, we as fans know that's why it will hit so hard. Because the pain on screen will echo the pain in our own lives, the moments when we had to say goodbye before we were ready. But here's the haunting part. We don't know who it will be. Could it really be Tim, the man who has fought so hard to redeem himself? Could it be Jack, the unshakable anchor finally reaching the end of his journey? Or will it be someone so unexpected that it leaves us stunned, struggling to breathe as the credits roll? The writers are holding their cards close, and that silence is louder than any spoiler. One thing is certain: this death will change everything. It will redefine the ranch, the family, and the very heart of the show. And when it happens, fans around the world will not watch quietly. They will flood forums, social media, and comment sections. They will cry, argue, and cling to the memories that this show has given us for nearly 2 decades. So now, the only question that matters is this: who do you think it will be? Whose story is about to end? And are you ready to face the heartbreak that season 19 promises to bring? Because once it happens, there's no going back. When someone dies in Heartland, the story doesn't end with the funeral. That's only the beginning. The real story lies in how the survivors learn to live with the silence that follows. Season 19 will not just be about the shocking death, it will be about the aftermath. The quiet breakfasts where a chair at the table is empty. The long rides across the ranch where a voice once filled the air. The small arguments and reconciliations that will never happen again. Loss is not a single event, it's a shadow that lingers in every corner. If it is Tim, the ranch will feel the absence of his fire, his stubbornness, his unpredictable energy. The family would have to fill that gap in ways that will stretch them thin. Amy may be forced into a strength she doesn't know she has, carrying not just the ranch, but the memory of her father's complicated legacy. Lou may face sleepless nights as the weight of responsibility digs deeper into her. Even Jack would have to navigate the pain of outliving yet another loved one, his wisdom tested like never before. If it is Jack, the very spirit of Heartland is rewritten. The ranch itself feels like Jack's heartbeat, and without him, the characters would be forced to redefine what family means. His voice will echo even when he is gone, in Amy's choices, in Lou's leadership, in the traditions they cling to. But there will always be the haunting thought: what would Jack do? That question may guide them or break them as they struggle to hold on to what he built. And if it is someone younger, the aftermath is even more cruel. Because grief mixed with what could have been is the heaviest kind of loss. The ranch would no longer just be a home, it would become a reminder of dreams cut short. Every character would be forced to wrestle with anger, regret, and the question of why life can be so unfair. That's not just television drama, that's the most honest reflection of life itself. But here is the truth about Heartland. Every death leaves behind a legacy. Ty's legacy was love and healing. Marian's legacy was courage. Whoever dies in season 19, their story will not vanish, it will live on through those who loved them. It will shape the choices characters make, the risks they take, and the way they carry themselves. And that is why the shocking death isn't just about the moment of loss, it's about everything that comes after. Because Heartland has always been about family, and family doesn't end when someone is gone. It changes, it bends, it struggles, but somehow it survives. And that survival is what keeps us watching.